No intro?
All right. Apparently, we forgot or I loaded the wrong one that doesn't have the straight up intro on it. That's fun. My
You worked
bad.
so hard on that intro too,
Dude. I'll fix it. I'll fix it for next time. Don't worry. In the meantime, we're all here. It's Monday night. Danielle, give us a little breakdown of what happened last time, which was a whole month ago.
One of the next shorts is just going to be me being angry at you in Italian. That's what I should do at some point. Just a barbarian who just, that's the rage. Just
okay. So in my kids' game, as a quick aside, my daughter was trying to figure out what she wanted to be, and she decided she wanted to be a barbarian, and I was helping her make her character. So I was like, all right, what race? And she's like, I want to be like Mom, a short, angry Italian woman. And I was like, so you want to be a dwarf then? She was like, yep. And it's like, okay.
An Italian dwarf, that's different.
Well, we all know that all dwarves are Scottish, but
there's a reason why when my friend and I started like our first Baldur's Gate co-op, she immediately said, you have to be a dwarf. But yeah. Especially
right,
since
so what happened last time? You gotta fill us in. What happened?
All right. So last time was a lot of role play. Basically, we were introduced to Thavir and Sorsha, whose honeymoon was rudely interrupted by Boss Man because they need to go babysit our buffoonery asses up north to infiltrate the kingdom of, I want to say, Oscana. I've got it written down somewhere. the Republic of the Oscana. And so they also Xavier also bullied him into giving them like the honeymoon suite at the fanciest hotel in the city. Which
Good flex, by the way. Good flex. Good.
I take exception at the term bullied.
Convinced is really more.
I'm just saying, Xavier doesn't bully. He just subtly gets you onto his train of thought.
I dig
That's
it.
kind of what Tina does. It's almost like they have similar backgrounds. V hates us all right now because she's surrounded by way too many nobles and she knows everyone is keeping a secret. She is officially the only one who does not know who Kina is. Though as far as Kina knows, these two newcomers don't know either. Little does she know, Bossman did absolutely tell them. Basically, Xavier and Sorsha primarily, this is her first mission that she is taking the lead on and like really acting as point for. They are leading the group north to infiltrate Oscana, get information, kind of see, okay, do these guys know about Solris? What side are they taking? If they do, what's going on up there? And it was kind of just like a lot of introductions, getting to know each other. When Sorsha gets very excited, flames tend to get very high, so that's something that we're probably going to want to keep an eye on. We didn't really actually do much by the way of like plot. It was just a lot of like getting to know each other and kind of trying to be like, you may be in charge of your group, but I'm in charge of this group, like kind of thing. Nothing really got done, but hopefully we will this time. This time we're actually going to set out and leave a safe house and do some things.
But hopefully we will this time.
Oh, also, Kina discovered, this didn't happen on screen, but I've been watching the other episodes. Kina discovered a little bear that Uwe left for her, a little bear carving.
Oh yeah, that did happen. I forgot about that.
Yes.
All right, let's see if this will let me play because I really did like the intro video. So let's try to play that's just like this, and then we'll get back to the actual story. Hey, you stop that. There we go. All right, let's see if this works. Yay! There's that. All right. So with that being played and the scene being set of conversations were had, people were kind of got to know each other, at least a little bit. You guys did retire for the evening, wake up in the morning, get ready to go. What is happening here at breakfast in the keep before y'all do your thing?
Sorsha is 100% making coffee for everyone and tea on the off chance they don't like coffee, just because that's the only thing she's allowed to make in the kitchen.
Draz is trying to bring V coffee to try and make her not mad at him.
She's in the shower. Good luck. Door's locked.
She gets out of the shower and there's just like a little army of coffee mugs outside the door as an apology from Tress.
Tress just keeps breathing.
She's got to get out at some point.
Well, she was up all night practice. She didn't stay in the room. She was up all night practicing. So
you did not take a rest.
no, but I'm a drow, so all I have to do is some sort of meditation, and I don't need sleep.
But you just said you were up all night practicing.
Yeah.
So that would mean that you went without your meditation, which would mean you would have 1 point of exhaustion.
Meditation can be practicing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Well, then I set aside an hour to meditate before I come in for my shower.
My pop.
4. Drow do not. Okay, so Drow and elves, they do not need to sleep. You are correct, but they do need to go into this meditative state.
Has anybody watched Stargate?
Oh
No.
yeah.
Drow and elves need to kill no reap for 4 hours.
I love you. You're such a nerd.
So there you go. So you know that moving forward, you have to go into this meditative state where you like lay down and you are unaware. The only thing that can go
So it's
into that state
sleeping.
and still be aware is Warforged. They are the only ones that can just power down and are completely cognizant.
And now you guys have homework. You need to watch Stargate.
Yeah, now.
Dude, I have so much stuff to watch.
Yes, I have seen Lord of the Rings a billion times.
I've been told that I need to see Band of Brothers.
I haven't
Band
seen
of
it.
Brothers.
Seen that one.
Yes, you should.
We need to
Band of
just do
Brothers.
the Nexus movie night.
Apparently, that's my next up is Band of Brothers.
I'm just saying, seeing Ross from Friends as a very tactically incompetent army captain at the start of the Airborne in World War II is fantastic.
Also, not that it means much coming from me, because I cried at the end of the Alien movies. I cried a lot during the End of Brothers. It was intense.
My one condition for movies, if y'all are making recommendations, no dogs can die.
I mean, John Wick is a pretty good movie, though. You just have to, like,
Yeah,
through that
I
scene.
would like probably just fast forward through that bit.
Yeah, the
Anyway.
rest of it is a great movie, though.
Yeah, like that's the thing. Like if I know something's gonna
And
happen,
also, anybody that's seen that movie, if anybody kills anybody's puppy, then I've got to say John Wick's actions are kind of justified.
I would totally
I'm
go
just
John Wick
saying.
if anyone hurt my dog.
Yeah.
All right, question. If I take the point of exhaustion, what does that mean?
I think the first point of exhaustion is what? I don't remember.
I feel like it's disadvantage on saves.
Because I am an incompetent DM. Hey,
It's been a while since I've messed with points of exhaustion. First point of exhaustion is disadvantage on ability checks.
yeah.
That was close.
What about combat?
No, just
Wouldn't that
ability
be a-
checks.
Oh,
Is it?
then I
Okay.
can
No, I
take
don't
it.
think it messes with combat until you get to your second state of exhaustion.
Third.
Is it the third?
Yeah, second state is speed halved. Third state is disadvantage on attack rolls and saving throws. Fourth stage is hit point maximum is halved. Fifth stage, your speed is reduced to 0. And at sixth stage, you die.
Sixth stage, you dead.
I will say I do at some point want to play a character who's just like always so exhausted that like the exhaustion levels don't even apply to her anymore. Because she just never fucking sleeps.
No, it kills you if you get to that point.
And how long
Kind of
does
like
it
in real life.
does it last until you get a long rest? I'm assuming.
I think every long rest you lose a level, is it?
No, that's old lore.
Yeah.
What about a power nap?
Fine, whatever.
I
How
cast
good is
power
the power
nap.
nap?
So then I take a
Uh,
point of exhaustion then, or
Technically, by the rule set, to remove exhaustion, you need greater restoration, a potion of vitality, some sort of like massive healing. So we're talking like 5th level healing spells to remove exhaustion.
So there you go. But a rest will also do it because, as we all know in D&D, long rests cure everything.
So I feel like Kina is also like, because like they're leaving this place. She's trying to get ready, and half of the party has, like, the people she's used to have disappeared, and she's with a bunch of people she doesn't know. I feel like she also would have been up all night. If Kina had noticed V practicing in the yard and like tried to approach her and talk, would V have let her?
I think it would be the worst time, especially if she's
Yeah,
that would really be like read the room. Like
she considers approaching, and like in the end
Read
she
the
kind of
room.
leaves some coffee on the bench and then slips away before V notices her.
but you leave coffee too, like I'm whatever.
We're trying to get rid of that level of exhaustion with stimulants.
She's trying to leave you gifts to show that, like, okay, yeah, she's a bit peeved at you, but like you are still part of her team and she still cares about you.
At this point, we just need a D&D version of Ritalin.
Yeah. So then anyway,
therapy.
on the way to the showers, V sees the cup of coffee, knocks it over. She isn't going to drink it. And just keeps walking back up to the house. Whatever, gets in the shower, locks it. You put your little coffee in front of the door. I come out, I just leave it and just go into the room.
Now, do you know like who left which cup, or is it?
No, she would never drink a left coffee or any drink just left there. She's a rogue, and
That's fair.
like not just that, it's just also common sense. Would you drink something that's been left there?
No.
Okay.
I mean, honestly, I drink stuff. My wife
Well,
leaves me all the
I
time.
wouldn't. Here's the thing. Kina, I don't know, because she grew up in like a...
She definitely got left a whole bunch of drinks everywhere.
That is true.
Yeah.
That is true. Also, we're in a house of spies.
Yes. But we're also directly enacting the plans of the master spy, so theoretically we have a level of protection. Also, as far as Kina knows, political relations were very good as she was growing up, so there's really not a whole lot of people who would actively have wanted to kill her, so she probably was fairly trusting.
So anyway, yeah, she'll come down and she will grab her cup of coffee and then just stand up against the wall with her arms crossed and sipping occasionally, just watching everybody that's coming in and what they're doing.
Just hit me. Kina's basically Elaine from the Wheel of Time, and it's terrifying.
Yeah.
I've got to actually read that and watch that. But, okay, who's...
Read it. Read it.
Okay.
Don't
I
watch
don't
it.
have time. All my time right now is just spent binge watching Hoover's Worm to get ready for Friday.
That's fair.
I'm literally like like all my small little breaks at work, just like, okay, just get a few minutes in. Walking the dog, just okay, a few minutes.
So Thavir would have done his normal morning ritual, woken up just before the sun crested the horizon, making sure that he got his 8 hours of sleep to qualify for a long rest. He would have spent at least an hour to an hour and a half in any sort of like weapons training yard or backyard, where he would have practiced with his new sword. And then he would have, hoping the shower was free, used up all of the hot water, spent about an hour to an hour and a half in the bathroom, because these perfect, noble, coiffed curls do not happen by accident. And then not left until he was as finely and richly adorned as is befitting of his station.
Meanwhile, his wife has like coffee grounds smeared on her forehead.
Or weren't you guys staying at an inn, or are you guys at the house?
I think this
We
is
had
like the
the
day
inn
after
for-
the we all just
yeah.
out at the house for a day, maybe.
We had the inn for a night, and then we
Oh,
went
okay.
to your guys' house, and then we
Oh.
kind of closed without us necessarily having assigned bedroom, but I'm
We're assuming.
that's
Yeah.
a thing.
All right. I was just trying to figure out time for a second. I was just like, wait, where are we again?
I gave myself a point of exhaustion, but I feel like anything that there is that we possibly could need to pack, like Kina is literally just going around the house, like the typical like mother before like everyone leaves for a long trip. Like, okay, do we have this? Do we have this? Like checklists and like, did you pack it? Blah 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 blah. It's just shouting down the stairs to Draz. Like,
Draz is unfazed.
Is your familiar out at all?
Like an anxiety-filled hummingbird. Jazz is just sitting there like,
Shit, I didn't make his familiar.
Yep.
My bad.
No, I was wondering if Kina's familiar was out while she was packing.
oh, her familiar is kind of always hovering around her. Okay, here's a question, because I've never actually done this like on stream, like, you know, kind of on camera, so to speak. But I imagine when this familiar started following her, because this is basically like a little white sparrow type thing that started following Kina very soon after she and Theron first left home. At some point, she would have cast Speak with Animals and tried to have a conversation like, what you doing, little fella? Don't you want to go back to your nest? And like, what would that conversation have looked like? Like, is this truly just a bird that decided to be
wondering? Like, if you're busy packing, if I ritual cast Speak with Animals, if I could just have a little chit chat with him. But if you want to do that first, I will just continue making coffee.
Well, that's the thing. I feel like she has at some point, and if she got satisfactory answers, then like she probably chats with the bird sometimes.
The thing is, you don't. From my understanding, you have no need to cast Speak with Animals with a familiar. A legitimate familiar is a magical manifestation. So that means that you have a connection with it that you communicate with. Now, if you're saying that you want this thing to be a real life bird that is following you around, then yes, you would need.
That wasn't my understanding of familiar.
You keep on calling it a familiar. Familiar.
Give it to me. Okay, so at some point when this thing first appeared, she would have cast Speak with Animals and tried. Would that have kind of like fizzled out as like a no?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, so what would have happened when she tried to talk to the bird, when this familiar first showed up? Like, what does she know about this little dude following her?
Well, it started following you. It was actually not long after your mom died.
Okay.
And it seems to be a legitimate bird that just is connected to you and follows you around. And it's kind of one of those things where you seem to be able to talk to it, and it makes noises that you seem to understand without fully understanding. And you could cast Speak with Animals and like have a legit conversation with it if you wanted to, but you haven't done it yet. So
that's because she would have at some point when the bird first started following her. Like, that's the kind of thing that she would have done way back when they first met.
Okay. Well, in that case, the bird's name is Jeremy. And it doesn't really have a nest, and it just seems to like to follow you around.
But why?
And it feels better when it's around you.
And I don't like, she would have gone like the Arcana, religion checks, all that to see if she could kind of discern anything.
The best you can tell, it's a bird.
Okay. So she probably does just like chat with Jeremy sometimes. I've got to write down that my bird's name is Jeremy.
It seemed like a good name.
It is a good name. Hopefully he has better fate than the bat.
Than the what?
The bat in Anuva's worm.
There's a bat in Anuva's worm?
For like 5 seconds, we were scouting for someone, telling how to take flight. And then Erebos just immediately deep fried him.
I didn't know there was a bat.
Yeah, at some point there was. Yeah, it was a very sad moment for my druid main heart.
You were busy being edgy and threatening a teenager to death by combat.
I do the edginess pretty good in that one.
Okay. Jeremy the bird. Okay.
The third. I dig it.
Jeremy the bird. So yeah, Kina does just kind of chat with Jeremy. Sometimes he does make her feel better. Like, especially since like this little dude is like literally, it's like the only guy she's got left of home who's consistently just like with her now that Theron's gone. Like this is the being she's known the longest at this point. But for the most part, Jeremy she's kind of just like, Jeremy can do his own thing. He knows where I am. Like if he needs something, I help him, but he doesn't seem to need much. But she's always the type who like will always make sure she's got like little bits of string, and like she collects little branches to just kind of have a nesting stuff on hand for him. But so like as she's flitting around trying to make sure everything's packed, like probably Jeremy is sticking pretty close to her, but like Sorsha definitely could get Jeremy, like kind of draws attention if she wanted to, I'm sure.
Nah, I'll wait for the opportune moment.
Now, you guys have familiars with you, right?
One of them does, but I kind of forgot to make his token. 1,000 apologies. My bad.
I have a Soulfire buddy, but he's not here currently because I don't want him to burn any of you guys.
That's fair.
We're not ready yet.
I do have my chromatic fox.
Okay. Kina would like, well, Sorsha's trying to like.
I will have him by next time.
Well, Sorsha's trying to get Jeremy alone to have a little chat. Kina is definitely trying to get your little fox alone to have a chat. And like, so how are they? Do they treat you well? Like, you know, like that kind of, trying to get a feel of you guys through him.
Druids are trying to druid.
If you tried to cast Speak with Animals and talk to the fox, you would not be able to understand the fox.
Okay.
The fox is not an animal.
Okay.
The fox is a bona fide familiar.
And if I tried animal handling to kind of just interpret, you know, his like movements and little like animal like noises to try and communicate with him that way.
Maybe if you had demonic handling, it would work, but definitely not animal handling.
I just got this visual of this really cute, adorable fox, as you described it, that turns around and speaks in like demonic infernal, like.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like Gandalf speaking the black speech.
Pretty much, and it's just coming out of this tiny, cute fox.
The fox only has like fiery eyes and like.
That's exactly how this would go. But he would be the most polite. So it would be like all of the jokes about people that speak German and how angry of a language it is, but somehow it can still be very poetic if you actually understood the language. He would be very flowery with his words if you understood what he was trying to say.
Please tell me your fox's name is Alistair.
It just always sounds so angry.
Come on, give me some radio demon.
You know, I haven't named my fox yet. That is now in contention.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
There's always a chance.
But Kina will absolutely take some of the tea that Sorsha is handing out, like, thank you very much. And then she just like starts drinking it as she's going around and packing more things. And just honestly, at some point, she's just like, Jeremy, did I pack this? And Jeremy's just like tweeting and acknowledgement, like full on like using Jeremy as like a checklist sort of.
All right.
Chief is drawing up a therapist NPC.
No, that's when I'll call Justin in for that one.
I was
Like,
say, don't
tagging you
say
in.
that, or he's gonna have.
I don't
shows to
do the
be
therapy as
therapist.
good as I do the trauma, so
That's fair.
Shorzy the therapist.
God.
yeah. So, how does that make you feel, there, bud?
And his notebook is just always placed in the right area so you can't see anything.
What do you think is holding up his notebook? Shit.
It seems like a big problem. Have you tried giving your balls a tug?
Have you tried giving your balls a tug, there, bud?
I can't wait till like the first time the Threads of War party is in a major city, and like you guys are just gonna get a Shorzy cameo. Anytime you're in a city, I'm just randomly go, Chief, give us Shorzy.
Good God.
He's everywhere now.
Dude, he's gonna tee off on some people too. And I am saying I'm bringing his stat block with if anybody tries to hit him. Just saying.
Oh yeah, I fully.
His AC of 28.
He's gonna be like the Clockwork Nexus's wit. Like he's just everywhere in all the campaigns from now on. I should have said that he's gonna end up in Sister Scorn. He's not out in that one.
I just accidentally selected the Wildfire's token to be a tent. My bad.
Well, I know it was intense, but that's fine.
It was a tent. Now it's a pile of ash.
That's extra punny because that's my name.
So like Kina's gonna be like, okay, this is one of the things she probably would have asked you guys the previous day. It's just like, what is the weather like up north? Like, is there anything in particular, like besides just food and trying to get some healing potions and weapons and whatnot? Like, is there a particular style wardrobe we should be packing to A, fit in, and B, be protected from the elements?
Usually the boss man gives us the things we're going to wear if we're going to infiltrate.
But in this case, you guys were meant to be people that are actively like leaving Uznan and like immigrating to Iskana. So like you guys are meant to look like you guys are just coming from here. So
okay. And what is it, like a colder climate up there?
It varies. It varies depending on where you are. It starts from being a kind of very warmer side of temperate. So like kind of not quite the deep south up here, but kind of like mid-south. All the way to like on the northern part of Iskana. Yeah, it's cold as shit.
Okay. Which part are we going to? Like, I imagine we have to pass through the warmer parts to get to the colder parts, but like, is our end goal those colder parts? Or do we not know yet?
Not that you know
Where's
of yet. You know that you're going to Ithilden, which on the map is just on the other side of the border.
Okay. So theoretically warmer weather, at least for now.
And I say V goes upstairs to get her little satchel and make sure she grabs all her items. And then as she leaves the room, she locks it and takes the key and drops it in the cup of coffee Draz left by the door. And then she just walks out back down. Just waits at the table. Of course, with her feet like propped up, like.
Well, I guess at that, Draz is going to go up and get his stuff, and he's going to have to get into the door.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to run an investigation check to see if I can find the key.
You don't know what's locked yet. You haven't yet. I know.
On this episode
I smell
of Uncharted, the Northern Cross. What did you guys do? We spent half the session with V and Draz just having the most relatable couple feud ever without 13. Being a couple.
I got a 13 on my investigation check.
So it takes you a minute as you like go looking around for the key until you finally like bump the coffee cup and hear the metallic tink in the coffee. And then you find it.
All right, so I'm gonna unlock the door, get my stuff, come back downstairs, and I'm gonna put the key on the table in front of her, look at her, and say, "That was childish," and then I'm gonna sit down.
V's laughing.
Kina's kind of snickering in the across the room because she agrees it was childish, but also that it is the sort of stuff that she and Theron would have done to each other as kids. Not because they were mad at each other, just because.
Theron wouldn't have had the balls to do that to you.
I feel like every once in a while, he would have hid one of them.
He would have thought about it. And then been like, no, I like her too much.
When they were really little, he probably would have before the real, oh, I like her nerves set in.
And this is what Sorsha is dealing with for her first crew.
Yep.
So, what is Sorsha thinking as you're sitting there, drinking the coffee in the kitchen, seeing everybody gathered, and just seeing all of this happening? What is going through your head?
She's thinking that if she had the heart for it, she would go full on bitch mode and get super bossy, but that's not who Sorsha is, so she's trying to figure out a way to intervene while also making sure she's respectful to these brand new people who don't know her at all, while also at the same time trying to figure out how the hell to get all of these people out of the house so they could go do the things.
All right.
As she's sitting there thinking that, Kina goes, "Oh my god, I forgot to pack Bandry," and she just grabs the nap bag and goes.
Okay, so V's gonna get up from the table, and can she walk out of the house? And she must have found healing potions. So is there a shop nearby? She's just gonna.
Not to where you guys are, because you guys are kind of up in the middle of the administration district, so there's just a lot of politically type people around.
All right, so then she's just gonna hang out. Where I'm assuming because it's an estate, there's the entrance before you get into the estate kind of thing. So that gate area, she's gonna kind of hang out.
Okay.
Around there.
I mean, the previous day we'd had a lot of downtime. I imagine part of what we did to prep would have been okay, I'll go get this, you go get that. We would have kind of all split up and gone to the different shops, right?
Yeah, you guys have your gold, so whatever you guys want to use to say that you guys went shopping, that's totally fine.
Oh, then cool.
You can use gold value from the player's handbook for anything.
And V and Draz know the city, and so do Thaver and Sorsha. So Kina definitely would have gone up to them and be like, okay, what are the good shops to hit that'll give us a good prices? And I think I'd put it in the group chat at some point when you sent the guidebook to the city of Rendosa, of the kind of places that she would have hit up.
How much gold do we have right now?
Not a lot.
Well, I mean, okay, so what's Draz and I's wages? Because we have to get paid what, weekly, bi-weekly, monthly?
Party inventory on my character sheet says 500.
Yeah, that's all we got as a party. And then we all should have some individual gold, but all
right, can we
want to get magic items, it's not going to stretch far.
Well, I'm saying let's get at least 2 health potions each.
How much do those cost?
Well, it depends on what one you get in, but I'm just saying maybe a basic one or...
Is that something that V would be saying out loud?
No, this is me as a player saying we should at least...
As a player, I do have heals, so potentially will be okay.
Okay. Then, well, V would definitely buy 2 for herself because she just can't, for her own self, she just morally can't trust everybody. Like, I guess rely, not trust, rely. Wrong word. So she would probably take just enough to buy 2 health potions for herself.
Kina honestly probably would have done more of like a general browsing, possibly would have picked up a couple health potions, but like honestly at this point her main concern is like keeping the few people she has left safe, and like as well as these new people who she's like starting to get attached to, so she's more looking for things to like help them. Like if she sees a knife that she thinks would be good, or like a bit of armor that she thinks would work well for someone. But like also she probably doesn't have the money for that kind of thing.
Sorsha could try to persuade a deal.
Kina definitely would have taken at least one of the 4 of you with her, because you guys know the city better than she does and you know where to get the good deals. And like you probably have a bit more pull in the city than she does. Chief, if you're saying something, we can't hear you. Are you saying something to us? Hello.
Okay, I gotta be real honest. If anybody was talking to me right there, I just realized I don't have any of my dice, so I was telling my kid to go get all of my dice, and he's like, which ones? And I'm like, I said all of them. And he's like, but there's like a billion of them. And I said what I said. So, yeah.
Your kid's just gonna walk in with a huge bucket of dice.
Not quite a huge bucket, but pretty damn close. He is going to walk in with my 47 D20s and all my other dice.
Nice.
If Sorsha's seeing people wanting to leave or trying to leave, she would suggest that they go together.
Okay.
Thanks,
Kina
boy.
would have taken her up on that. She's eager to get
all
to
my dice right there. Not all of them, but this is all the ones he grabbed.
Ooh, I gotta get out my new dice that I got at Christmas time. But no, I think Kina would have been very eager to have Sorsha accompany her, since Sorsha is like, I feel like at this point Sorsha's kind of made known that, or whatever his name is, boss man kind of put her in charge of this. So like Kina definitely wants to get an idea of her. Like her and Thavi are kind of like intrigues number 1 at the moment because they're just unknown.
Well, then let's go shopping, gang.
Yes.
Fine.
You don't have to sound so disappointed.
Shopping's not my strong suit.
What is?
Killing things,
He's pretty good at that.
the enemies of our nation, mainly.
She sort of gives you a head nod. Okay, well, maybe in the future I will help you burn our enemies to the ground. And she just gives you a very good smirk.
I mean, I suppose some shopping can happen if that's going to be the end goal.
And then Sorsha would look at Thavir and V. What do you two think?
V's not in the room, so she's just waiting for everybody outside.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay.
Thavir would just stand up and stand next to you. He really isn't too worried about what we're doing today.
I'm going to grab a cup of coffee and try and take it out to V.
Sorsha would heat it up for him because it was probably sitting there for a little bit while everyone was packing.
Thank
He
you.
drinks her boiling hot coffee.
No, it's the perfect temperature coffee. That's what she does. Okay.
Can we make her do
I'd
an
even be
Arcana
willing to
check
make
or
a roll for it. That is how confident I am at Source's coffee making skills.
You
We
guys
can't
go
do
as
it.
in depth as you want to with your shopping. Like I said, you can consider everything bought for straight DM's guide value. If it's a magical item, talk to me. Though I don't think that you guys can afford any magical items.
I highly doubt it.
No sticky fingers, V.
You say as you hand them coffee.
I'm just
V
reminding
drops
you.
the glass.
Really?
Whoops. Butterfingers today. Don't know what's wrong.
Must be the exhaustion. You gonna do this all day?
I don't know what you mean.
Mm-hmm.
The
Okay.
pettiness is so thick. I love it.
I'll just be honest, I have no idea where this tension is coming from, but if you guys could maybe get along so we could at least complete the mission, even if you just have to act like you like each other for a little bit. I don't actually care if you like each other. Maybe there's something going on. I'm new here. I don't know you guys, but we are supposed to be a team and we need to get the job done. So can you at least do that? Can we work together enough to get the job done?
I certainly can, boss lady. What about you, V?
There's nothing wrong. Everything's fine. I'm just accidentally dropped the mug and you made it into a bigger deal.
Mm-hmm.
Insight check.
Oh shit.
That's
So-
not good sound.
V, you can contest her insight check with deception or persuasion,
Okay.
Brian,
or you can just stay straight up. You're just gonna be honest as shit.
18.
Brian, as previously discussed, I would like to assist Sorsha with.
I don't need it. I rolled a 17 and I have a +7. So,
Well, never mind.
but thank you.
So I would say
I got an
with
18. So
you can tell she is so full of shit right now. Like your BS meter is like off the charts, and it's just like
She's just going to raise an eyebrow and say, eventually, I would like to have a chat with you, but not here, not now. Let's go get what we need so we can go. Yes?
yes, ma'am.
Please don't call me that. And she gives you like the most sour face.
Cool.
dude,
Or are we
that's
just
kind of
walking-
legit. Because like I've been starting shit with my boss, not really, because he got a promotion from like engineering manager to director of engineering. So I've just been sitting there like, whatever you say, Mr. Director Man. Yes, sir, Mr. Director Man. And like Jason knows mention nothing. He's just like,
Mm-hmm.
yes,
No.
sir, Mr. Director Man.
No, it's just that I've been a military wife for so long that being called ma'am is just like, in and out of character, apparently. But Sasha would take Thavir's arm and hers, and they'd lead the way, and she would sort of let him take the lead on where whatever shops.
All right, Sorsha and Thavir, can you make perception checks for me, please?
$17.
That is a
Didn't see
natural 20,
Oh, never mind. I was gonna cast guidance on you, but never mind.
but perception is not my strong suit. So 22.
22? Okay.
22. Unless you want to give me guidance.
Sure, if you want it, I will have Sorsha put her hand on your arm and poof.
24.
Okay. Continue.
I don't like that.
Nope, we're just going to ignore it and keep going.
Everything's fine.
I mean, I would just be.
Everything was enough.
Veer doesn't have anything that he wants to buy. He's just kind of going with the flow for the day. He gets to have Sorsha on his arm, and he's going to point out pretty things and make sure that we stay up with the group.
Well, we're leading the group into like where the shops are because we're from the area.
Oh, okay.
You're supposed to be leading us towards the place for the potions.
Then I would use my knowledge of the city to make sure that we got to the potion shop.
I did already I took away 100 gold for myself and bought 2 potions of healing. I'm just kind of scrolling through D&D Beyond inventory stuff right now to see if there's anything else I can afford that I would have grabbed.
Am I looking at this right? Because it looks like we have a potion of healing greater in the party inventory.
I believe that is for. I think that might have come. No, because I had them split campaign, so.
It's just there, and I didn't know why. If that was something I was missing.
Because I had to create a whole nother campaign for the other one because apparently 12 players is a max for D&D Beyond. Didn't know that.
So
but
that potion's not there.
So that potion is just there, yeah.
Okay.
12,
can just chill
it. Okay.
So, do me and Severe know the shopkeep with the potions and stuff?
Sure. Why not?
Well, since we know the shopkeep for the potions, Severe is going to greet him as a long-lost friend.
Hello.
Do I have a name? I would know his name. What's his name?
Bob.
I knew you were going to say Bob. I knew it.
Oh, yes.
Hey there, bud. How's it going?
Friend Bob. Well, hello there, Bob.
What can I do you for there, bud?
On this fine day.
Well, doing all right. So pretty busy here. What can I do for you, yes?
Well, I see you have quite the clientele in your shop. I wish to unload you of a few of your wares. I was hoping, perhaps, to get the friends and family discount, since you know that my business is good, and we will likely be
sure.
for too much longer.
All right. What can I do you for? What do you need there, bud?
I was hoping to purchase 6 potions of healing.
6 there. All right, I can do that for you for about 300 gold there.
300?
Yeah. Which is, pretty good considering, since it's been so busy, I've kind of raised my prices to take in a little bit more of a profit, inflation and whatnot.
Oh, see, Bob, I come to you because I know that your business is good and that you uphold the highest standards. But I also know that your competitors would be happy to have additional clientele, especially ones coming to make orders in bulk. Is there anything you could do? I'm thinking right around the 220 gold piece mark.
You know what? Because I'm feeling generous, I'll give you a buy 5, get 1 free there. Call it 250.
Is the
250
store
is good. Can we settle on 240 and call it a day?
You really nicking and diming me for just a couple of pieces of silver there.
Hey, you know, I'm sure there was a very famous inventor in this time that said, save a penny, make a dollar.
And my dear Bob, you know we'll always come back. We are about to go on such a grand adventure, and we will bring you back something special.
Bring me back something special there, huh?
She nodded.
Well,
Yes, I do believe there are these things called magnets. And one will say, my friends went on this glorious adventure, and all I got was this lousy magnet. We'll throw
you
that
kind
in.
of like these, and he holds them up, and there's like Bob's Potion Marketplace, and there's just like a bunch of them.
Yes, but this one will be unique. It won't be all about your shop. It'll be something for you to cherish, Bob. 240 gold pieces. It's a wonderful deal.
Is
All
there
right,
anything perhaps
fine.
you're looking for that we could bring back to you?
Say what?
Just agreed.
Hmm.
Let
Is
the
there
pretty lady talk. What was that?
Is there anything you're looking for that maybe we could bring back to you?
No, I'm pretty good, and you said you're going on a grand adventure, but you never really said where, so don't really know what I could ask you for anyway.
It's just with a shrug. Oh, anything. You never know, my friend. Awesome. Let me see. How's that?
Well, I am looking for a particular sword that I heard is rumored out there somewheres, but it doesn't help if I still don't know where you're going. But if you're venturing up towards the north, there's supposed to be a cave that holds a particular sword that looks like it's made out of black onyx. Now, if you can give me that sword.
How do we know we have the right sword?
Oh, you'll know it when he tells you.
Question.
I mean, you'll know it.
Question. Is the store currently like busy?
Yes.
Too? Like, cool. V wants to hide within the crowd
Okay.
in the store.
Okay.
And are there any like, I guess, loose items on shelves that would be easy to steal?
You could try.
Don't steal from Bob. Bob's a friend. I vouched for you.
Oh, I wish I could guidance you so bad.
Cool. She still wants to hide within the crowd, so that's what she's gonna do, and she's gonna look around the store and she's gonna contemplate.
Yeah, give me a stealth check real quick.
Sure. That's no problem. 19 plus 7.
Okay.
I mean,
so
plus
you
10.
sit there
Stealth
and you
is
start
+10.
stealthing amongst the crowd as you do. And as you kind of case the point, trying to look to see where Bob is, you kind of like look down towards the front of the store where you see Thavier and Sorsha talking to him, and you see Bob, and then you turn a corner and you see Bob is there stacking shelves. And you turn another corner, and then all of a sudden Bob is there again. That's like unloading boxes from a cart just outside the front door. And as you look around the store, you see about 6 or 7 Bobs just walking around.
Please tell me one of them says, "We are Legion, we are Bob."
Oh, we are Bob there, bud.
Cool. He's just still gonna be hiding in the crowd. She's just looking around. Just innocent.
Okay.
All right.
Give me a perception check as you're checking the shelves and all that kind of stuff.
That's fine. 19.
So as you're kind of looking around, you see that there's this seemingly unguarded shelf that has very large potions that look to be what you would be able to identify as kind of the supreme potions of healing, the best ones that you guys can get. And they're just kind of sitting there looking real pretty.
Nah. She's gonna be tempted, but she's just not gonna feel like it's the best for her.
Okay. This chief wouldn't do anything like bait you or anything. That would just be.
I know, right?
Ooh.
You wouldn't want to like force my hand.
I'm just saying it's there.
I understand, but he's okay right now. She could see. She knows when it's right and when it's wrong. I mean, like the right time.
Having been to this shop before and knowing Bob, can I roll a history check to see if I know that the great Bob is a hero in his own right or any of Bob's backstory?
He's Bob the builder of the wall. You didn't
Go
know?
for it.
Who can fix it? What is it? Is it who can fix it?
Can we fix it? Yes, we can.
25 to know Bob's history.
So with a 25, you'll know that for the entire length of time you've known Bob, you've only known him as Bob, but you've also kind of given him enough insight checks that you know that his name is 100% not Bob. But that's what he goes by.
About the million Bobs?
The many Bobs is a new development.
Arcana check for the many Bobs.
Go for it.
27.
You 100% can tell these are simulacrums, so.
I am going to pull from the party's inventory and give Bob 245 gold pieces.
Okay.
The extra 5 gold pieces are out of respect for Bob.
Okay.
And
Oh, thank you there, bud.
I will disperse the healing potions to whoever wants them.
All right.
I bought 2 of my own, so I'm gonna just kind of wave you and like give to others. I'm fine. As you're dispersing those, though, Akina is gonna kind of go up to Bob and be like, "You say there's been a high demand for these potions lately. Is there anything in particular causing this?"
Oh, plenty of adventurers going out and doing this, that, or the other, you know.
We wouldn't have to worry about bandits, would we? Or anything of the like.
Oh, you always got to worry about bandits along the road.
Any particular whispers of threats on the roads that we should be wary of?
Well, the only threat I've heard about you don't really got to worry about, because if it finds you, you won't much live to tell about it, so.
What would that be?
Oh, just a few upset dragons coming up from the south.
Oh, dear.
You say that so nonchalantly.
Yeah.
Well, you know, it happens.
Are these dragons, what kind were they? What kind were these dragons? What have you heard of them?
Well, I don't know, because I didn't go fight them. All I know is that they've been coming up and coming around, you know.
Oh, certainly. No, I just wondered.
No, I gotta say, if it gets bad enough that they ask me to go out and take care of them, well, that's a pretty bad dragon.
Do you know what color the dragons are?
No, you know, I haven't really heard much about the color, only that it doesn't look much like any other dragons that people have seen. Kind of longer, more snake-like, more like a... Well, I just can't really put a finger on how to describe it there.
Would you be able to draw it?
Sorcia's gonna pull Devere out of the shop and wait for the rest of the party by the door.
I'm 100% still talking. I want this information.
No, that's
Also-
totally fine. Totally fine. But I have my reasons.
The information he's giving, does that sound like the dragons that we fought on the skyship? No.
I
Does it
followed
sound-
them out. Sorry.
Does it sound at all like similar to the dragon that took Cal?
So after he sees like the rest of the party kind of like make their way out, and it's Keenan being the last one in, he will kind of like lean in towards you, and he gives you a little bit more of a serious look, and he's like, "All right, trust me, you must quit asking these questions. These are not questions that you need to be asking. Trust me, young one. If you see these dragons, do your best to hide, to run. Do not engage them."
I certainly would never, but I'm a purveyor of many, and I can't help my fascination. I love nature. I love to learn new things. Surely you can't fault my curiosity.
Well, I can tell that about you, but trust me, for your own good, leave them be. Now here, take these on the house, and he gives you a bag of honey roasted nuts, and he sends you on your way.
So he is Vika's line.
So he is what? Wait, he is what?
Nothing. I'm making a bad joke. It's fine.
She's gonna like pull out her purse and, are you sure I can't reimburse you?
No. I like to give my nuts away for free.
She has a sudden Chorzy flashback, and she's just like, thank you kindly. And
All right, there. Have a good one. And you see him noticeably put this accent back on.
I'm going to kind of have Jeremy linger in the store, just kind of hide and see if he can like pick up anything, and that he'll then be able to tell me. Because I imagine there's people going in and out of the store, so like it'll be easy for him to just slip out as somebody opens the door if he sticks low to the ground.
A bird on the ground?
Well, I imagine he's being hidden by shelves, so like basically he's gonna get out in the best way that he can without being noticed by Bob. But I'm gonna kind of ask Jeremy is gonna stay in the store and just kind of see if Bob is doing anything, if he's, I don't know. Kina gets the sense that he knows more than he's letting on, and she wants Jeremy to see if he can find anything out.
Bob's just going about his business.
All right. Well, then in that case, after a few minutes, Jeremy will just slip out the door and head back out to Kina.
All right. So you walk out and get back with your party. What are y'all doing?
You left so
Well-
suddenly.
Trying to get underway.
You guys don't get seasick, do you?
Seasick? Oh, no, I imagine V and Jazz are fine. They were on a Navy boat. Was that a Navy boat? How are you with seasickness? I imagine
I don't get seasick, and let's just say that boat wasn't Navy.
Okay, well, I might get seasick. I've never actually been on the water before, but I think it'll be fine. But if you guys are ready, I'm ready. So shall we go? Is there anything else that you guys need?
we have enough rations? Yes, I think I packed enough rations. Remind me to reimburse your boss for rations at some point when we get back and have adequate funds. I'll teach you some tricks that I picked up on my own journey in terms of how I manage my seasickness.
not get sick. I've just never been on a boat before, so I wanted to make sure that none of you would get sick. But I should be fine.
It's quite an experience.
Getting sick?
No, the boat. The boat and the open sea and the waves. And have you ever, I mean...
You guys are taking a riverboat.
We're taking a what?
Riverboat, not a boat. Like the guy said, you guys are taking a riverboat north.
Honestly, she's probably fine with that because, like, if they had gone near the ocean, she probably would have had, like, giant turtle flashbacks. But...
It's a very distinct trauma.
Very distinct trauma for her.
Dude, I feel bad for Andrea bringing her character in, which sounds like such a little sweet bean, and she's just like, oh, she just wants to do good and help everybody on the other Monday campaign. And I'm just sitting here like, oh, but trauma is all I do.
Oh, you know.
Anyway, moving on. All right, so busting out the map and looking at your guys' route north, you know that you guys got to get to Eastvale to take the riverboat, which is on the northern lake. And when I say lake, I use that term kind of loosely. It's a very large lake. Kind of like if you would take all 5 Great Lakes and kind of smush them together.
So it's an ocean.
That's called a sea, dude.
It's not a sea. It's completely inland. It's not a sea. It's fresh water.
I'm not sure that I'm on the right map because I have different names listed.
And Roll20, he's got us still in the manor.
Right now, I just have y'all parked in the middle of somewhere.
No, but I'm seeing like Drogon and Xenovar and Ube.
Yeah,
So
that's
I'm
what
not
I've got up to on Roll20.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, because
That's what
you
I'm
guys
doing.
would see where I dropped you until I split you guys, which I don't know if I'm going to do. But I will come here, and I will come out here. And I will drop you guys. Let's go to this one.
As you're doing that, like,
So,
as Kina,
you guys is right around. Why can't I pick him up? Did I put Cam on the wrong one?
I don't see a camera mouse.
There, now you should.
Ah, yes.
Okay.
I just see a big map.
Yes, big map.
Okay.
So if you guys zoom out, where you guys are currently is right about here. Right on the shore.
Krosevik?
In Krosevik, yep. And you guys are going to Eastvale, which is here.
Okay.
Which will take you up to Ithilden, which is way up here. Nope. Here.
Holy biscuits. All right.
So you will be taking the river boat from approximately here up to here.
So we have a lot of walking in our future, is what I hear.
Yep.
And a mountain to climb, looks
So
like.
it's a riverboat on a lake. Is that going to work?
Yeah. The big paddles and everything. It'll be fine.
All right. I just don't want
The
to die.
ship's name is the Edmund Fitzgerald.
Yeah, but I'm just so do we all know about like Lake Superior and how it sunk like a really big ship? Like
That's what I just mentioned.
Yeah.
Was the Edmund Fitzgerald.
yeah, like I'm sure this river paddle boat's gonna do great.
Roll for weather.
It's me. Why don't you guys just trust me?
Because the Loch Ness monster or a freshwater kraken is about to be in there.
Does somebody want to share their map, by the way, so that we can show the viewers what we're looking at? Because
I can't because my computer's too laggy.
I don't think my internet can handle it.
that leaves you, Jason.
I think Talon's trying.
I don't
See,
know
we need
how.
Bill. He's our
Bill!
justification monster.
We can see if my internet will hold up, but
Let's see what happens. All right. So, looking at the map and where you guys got to go, that you guys do realize that you probably have a solid week and a half to 2 weeks on foot. Either, well, longer by walking, about a week and a half, 2 weeks if you go with beasts, get a cart or horses or anything like that, of which the Raven Watch would provide for you at no cost. But the route that was given to you, if somebody wants to write these down, that's up to you. You guys will be going through about 4 settlements before you get to Eastvale.
Hey guys.
So about 4 settlements before you get to Eastvale. The first one will be Vroutigan, which is Vroutigan.
What? Say again?
Vroutigan. And then you will be going up to Adamond, which is Adamond. Then through Korgiron, Korgiron.
What was after that?
Ron. And then through Husal, which is Husaal. And then finally down to Eastvale.
Do we know anything about these civilizations?
You know nothing.
Okay, but like converse with each other, like, and look at the pamphlet. I'm assuming we were given some kind of information.
I will let Sorsha and Thavier, Draz, and V, any of you guys want to make history checks on that, you guys can, or you guys want to help each other, give each other advantage, up to you.
I can guidance anybody who wants to make the check. But my history is a +1.
I have a +1 too, so you're asking.
I have a -1, so.
Oh shit!
Oh no!
My
all
history
failed
is
history
fantastic.
Oh, thank God we got a bard. Go. It's you.
Intelligence
He's a
is my
wizard.
stat.
Is he?
Yeah, I was gonna say he's not a bard. He's a wizard.
Oh, fuck. I don't know.
I wasn't gonna correct her. She's got to figure out who my character is on her own speed.
Okay, but really a wizard being called a bard would be a little offended. Like
flamboyant? I didn't know. He talked about his manly curls up in the shower seat. Sounds like, bro, this sounds like bard talk to me.
Okay, it's kind of like how Volo is like technically a wizard, but like
Yes.
Yes.
That's
all right.
The thing.
So history check.
With guidance, because I'm assuming I'm getting guidance.
I said I would.
That would be a dirty 20 plus
A straight boop on the nose while we're talking about it.
23.
So with the 23, you will note that this route is probably not the most direct route, but that your boss probably gave it to you with purpose. And that he must want you off the main thoroughfare for whatever reason.
I would relate that to the rest of the party. I would be studying the map, kind of looking at it. You know, we could probably cut at least 4 days off this journey if we took the direct route. But I'm assuming there's a reason why this route was suggested to us, and my personal opinion is that we comply. But it is up to you.
I don't want to deal with the boss if we go against what he says. He's a dick.
Sorsha's eyes would get all wide as you said that, but she would just sort of nod as if she's agreeing with you, but she hates that she agrees with you.
Kina's making a face like she very much wants to agree with you, but she feels like she shouldn't. But like also you can tell she agrees with you.
I do
What's
think
your opinion?
if we go this route, it's probably for the best. There's got to be a reason for it. So, what do you all think?
Let's take it.
Yep, let's do it.
I'll follow your lead here. You know these lands better than I do.
There is one very important question I must ask. Can somebody create water?
I can shape it, but I cannot create it.
So we need to buy water.
Sorsha rolls her eyes at you because she can create fire, but not water.
I'm just saying, if anybody looked at the face Thavir had at the concept of nobody in this party being able to create water, and that meaning he was likely to have to go a week and a half without a bath. He is very rigidly sitting in the saddle with a very grumpy face.
Does he like start grumbling about this where the rest of us know that's why he was asking?
He would be grumbling in Infernal the entire time.
And you guys would just hear Sorsha laughing because she understands everything he's saying.
Tina,
sure
And then
he'll be
she would
in-
look at the rest of the party. He's upset because he can't bathe properly.
I'm
I
sure
would
there'll be
very-
inns along the way.
nothing.
We'll be able to stop and he can take care of business.
It would very much in Infernal be, can't believe I signed up with a motherfucking party that can't create motherfucking water while we're in the middle of the motherfucking wilderness, and all I want to do is have a bath.
I mean,
Potentially the druids could change their spells, but I'm not going to do it because I'm your annoying wife.
there's lake water.
Yeah, and I can shape. That's. I kind of feel like that's what
Ugh.
Tina would have done, and like she's gonna point that out. Like what I did when we were on the ocean was I used shape water, and you can kind of just send it through your clothes enough times until it sort of works. If you bring a bar of soap,
And
it's
Sorsha can heat it, give you a nice steamy bath.
The offended look on Thavir's face as you are suggesting that he bathe in filthy lake water that, historically speaking, was contaminated by whatever village was next to that lake or river.
I mean, if you heat it enough, you kill what's in it.
I
Just
understand
saying.
the stress. I had to get over this myself when I first started adventuring. It is horrible. It is distressing, but I promise it is bearable until we find something better.
And in Infernal, he would, again, grumbling under his breath, adventuring does not mean living like peasantry. You can perfectly adventure and stay at the finest inns in every village you find and have some measure of civilization, and magic is a thing. And he's just gonna like cross his arms and just canter off a little bit.
The Sorsha, before he saunters off, she's just going to rub his shoulders a little bit and then look to the party. He's very thankful, just grumpy about it.
Can I make an insight check to see if I know what that she's lying?
I'm glad I could help. And I walk away. And I'm gonna go to V and I'm gonna tell her, you know, you could have a field day with Thevir. He seems to be a little bit wound up.
Sorry, I was looking up my languages because I thought I spoke Infernal. So
That would have been amazing.
honestly, I can't find it on the sheet, so I don't know.
If it's on
And
D&D
For
Beyond,
clarification,
look
is
on-
this happening as you guys are like making your way out of the city?
Yes.
Assuming so.
Got it. And
All
did
the
you
way
guys
on
take
the
the
left.
horses that were provided?
All the way
Like, if
Absolutely.
Yes.
Lots of horses.
sweet.
Yeah.
I am gonna say to Sorsha, why did you usher everyone out when Bob was telling us about the dragons? Don't you think that was useful information to glean? I'm also just noticing the boom druid. Dying.
She's just gonna tilt her head. It was just a little crowded in there, and you obviously, whatever information you have, I assume you would be honorable enough to tell me, right?
Indeed, and Kina would have already told her everything that he said. Like, she would have shared it with the party, like, okay, this is odd. I'm having Jeremy see what he can see. And then, like, when Jeremy came back out, would have said, okay, Jeremy's got nothing. But she honestly, as Kina, I'm going to say, like, I definitely think we should keep an eye on those dragons. There have just been a few too many dragons in our lives recently for my liking, between the mechanical dragon that took Cal and the dragons that were with the Dryad Glana that attacked us a few days ago. I definitely think we ought to keep an eye out, and your friend in there suggested that if we see said dragons, we should hide, but I have a feeling that may not be an option for us, so we should be prepared to fight them.
Well, from what I've learned at the temple, I know not all dragons are bad, but I know they're not to be reckoned with.
Mm-hmm.
But we should definitely stay away from them for now and just complete the mission.
Indeed.
All right. So at this point in time, I am going to say let's take this as a quick break to do our bio break and handle business. So if y'all just give us just 5 minutes, we'll be right back to the action. Sound good? All right. Here we go. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. Now that everybody is watered and fed and relieved, we shall continue where our party has just now gotten underway. After a minor outburst from Thavier, in which a couple of well-to-do looking tiefling women definitely give Thavier a look of like, you kiss your mother with that mouth? Like, you just sit there and give him a disapproving look. Very Midwestern judgy.
Don't bring me into this.
But anyway, you guys get on the road and you guys travel for a while. Nothing really to do, and then you guys get off the main road. Everybody make a perception check if you could, please.
Dirty girl 20.
5.
Xavier is very obviously distracted and still at the thought of not bathing for
27.
27.
22.
Beautiful. So V and Sorsha, you guys kind of notice as you guys are going that there seems to be a part, because you're walking through wilderness on both sides of the road, that there is one part where it looks like there is a clearing where there definitely shouldn't be one. And it kind of gets your attention. And Sorsha,
Yes.
did you identify to me where that mark is?
It's on her rib cage.
Okay. You feel just a little bit of tingling on your ribs a little bit.
Can I make a roll to stop myself from reacting to it and holding it? Odds or evens. I don't know.
We'll make it a wisdom save.
Okay.
And because you notice that it's starting at just a tingle, I'll go ahead and say that you can do it with advantage.
$21.
Okay, so with the 21, you do stop yourself from having an outburst, but what you don't stop is yourself from kind of following it. As you just kind of on your own just start leading your horse down this path, this newly made clearing, kind of almost like it's not like against your will, it's just like you don't notice you're doing it.
Okay, fair. I'll accept that.
So obviously I noticed that she's going that direction, right?
Mm-hmm.
Would I with a 20 for perception?
You would have noticed this clearing, and yeah, you would notice that she's leading her horse off this kind of more beaten path and down into this clearing off the side.
Sorsha?
She's going to ignore you and just keep going.
Xavier, do you know what she's doing?
At this, Xavier would look up, and I'm assuming, having it pointed out to him, he would be able to see Sorsha wandering off. Because I rolled a 5 for perception.
No,
so
it's very obvious once pointed out to you that you see your wife walking away. Like,
I'm not sure what she's doing. Give me just 1 second, and we shall be back. And at this, Xavier will kick the horse into a canter and try and catch up with Sorsha.
Does she seem like she's in kind of like a trance or anything? Like, where it's like something's not right, or does it just seem like, ADHD moment as far as I can tell?
I think that's to you.
Oh, I thought that was to Brian.
So either one of you, really.
well, I don't want to take away your agency. You tell me how. Like, what is Sorsha's?
She looks hyper focused. Like it's not necessarily a trance as much as a feeling she's following.
Okay. I mean, so, and see, I don't really know her well enough to know if that's normal for her. So far, I've picked up she's excitable.
Would it be fair to say she looks more serious than usual? Like more.
Absolutely. That wild, excited energy is gone, and she is just stoic and very serious about where she's going.
In that case, I probably would like find a place to tie up my horse and follow on foot, just like ready for anything.
Okay. So is anybody not following?
V would probably stop her horse and watch what's going on because she's not sure. And she's just kind of like, well, that's the leader. Do we follow her not going in the right direction? Or just let the husband try to get her out of whatever and just wait and see?
I mean, my wounded heart, the boy?
I almost said boyfriend, but you got promoted to husband. So I had to correct myself. I was going to say boyfriend, and I knew that was wrong.
I will add, I am kind of keeping my distance, letting Xavier like try to get her back, but like I'm also like, I'm just not letting them get so far away that we're all a massive distance from each other. Like I want to be close by where like if something goes down, I can get to them quickly, but still like a respectful distance back where like they can converse privately. And I feel like I probably would kind of motion like to Draz and be like, you should probably go together.
So this is the way that I will word this then, is that I'm going to drop you guys on a map. All 5 of you guys are going to be on it, but I'm going to say that V, Kina, and Draz are probably about, I'll say about 60, between 60 and 100 feet back. Like just kind of letting them do their thing. So I cannot control the type of prints that are on here, but I will say that what we will come up on, Xavier, as you are seeing Sorsha kind of following these paths, you kind of like bring up your horse to Sorsha, just noticing this large print sunken into the dirt.
At this and knowing Sorsha's penchant for wild things, Thavier's just going to kind of take on a more defensive posture on his horse, and he's just going to look behind. I'm looking to see if the rest of the party is there, and upon not seeing them, I'm going to make grand waving gestures to tell them to follow. Like...
You probably would notice that Kina's probably like halfway between you and where Daz and V are. Like she's following at a respectable distance.
Yeah, I would prefer if the entire party was at a less than respectable distance.
As she sees you doing that, Kina is going to pick up the pace and kind of like jog over.
Draz is going to look at V and say, he needs us. Let's go.
And while they're riding over, Sorsha will take a moment to take her right hand and put it on her ribcage, and she'll look at Xavier. Something's here. I don't know what, but something's here. And then she'll like realize that she's touching her ribcage and like immediately back off and put her hands back on the reins.
So at that, as you kind of put your hand on your ribcage and feel that, just because it is a very easy visual for me to put, it kind of sounds a little bit like Gandalf using the black speech, but not as intimidating, but it has that kind of booming kind of double timbre that happens. And you hear a voice that is so loud that you can't, like, you want to say you know the language. I'm assuming you know Draconic, but it's not coming across clearly as to what it's saying because it is just so loud.
She's gonna lean into her horse a little bit and sort of like rest her head on his neck and run her fingers through his mane just to try to like center herself.
Did we all
Okay.
hear that?
Nope.
Well, I was going to say V took off on her horse to get it, quickly to their side, I guess. She didn't park her horse. She rode in.
As seeing Sorsha take comfort from her horse, Thevir would just kind of turn to her and, my darling firecracker, while I'm not sure what is ahead of us, perhaps we should leave the beasts tied up here and not drag them into any unwanted danger. Besides, I prefer to fight with my feet below me.
She doesn't hear you.
Kina's probably getting close at this point, and like as she sees Sorsha like laying down on her horse, is everything okay? What's going on?
Can I make a dexterity check or acrobatics, something? I want to ride up and grab the bridle of Sorsha's horse.
Anything like a bridle?
Okay,
Just kidding.
Sure.
Wow.
I read, I don't do.
I rode horses for many years, sir, and I can tell you very surely it is a bridle.
I shall take.
Actually, that's not a joke. I did ride horses for years. So
Really?
anyway, yeah, I know. Doesn't seem like I'm the type, does it? I owned my own horse. Her name was Sadie. She was my best friend.
I've
Mhm.
wondered about getting a horse at some point.
Dude, they are so much work, but see,
Yeah.
because we bought her from the riding stables where my grandpa worked, but we still, as part of getting her, we still let her be one of the riding horses in the stable. But we would go out there on the weekends, and I would call in all the horses because my grandpa taught me how. And she got so protective that she would actively run in front of all the other horses, and instead of going into the barn to eat, she would stand in between me and the rest of the horses so I wouldn't get hurt.
Oh,
That is adorable.
Yes. Anyway,
I'm giving you a horse familiar at some point.
that's okay. So, you go ahead and make a dexterity save at disadvantage.
Can I ride my horse in like front of her horse, like kind of like to stop the path that they're kind
Give
of
me an
going?
animal handling check.
Sure.
As they're doing that, I'm gonna study these prints. Can I figure out what they are? Like what made them?
I'm going to say no because you haven't seen what would make prints this big. You've seen nothing that would make prints this big.
Does it look similar to like the footprints that I would have seen the dragon and the Cave of Horrors make? So I assume like cave there would have been some kind of footprints. Because I do very much have dragon on my mind based on the conversation with Bob. So like would I recognize it as sort of reptilian or like something?
I would say without a roll, you would recognize it as reptilian.
Okay.
Unlike what is on the screen, which is very obviously a dog. But like I said, I'm using a map. I can't control which prints are on there. All right. So with your dirty 20, your horse is really not wanting to move forward. And I would say that is the same for V, Draz, and Kina. Like your horses are like, well,
I parked my horse way
you
back.
parked your horse. Got it.
Yeah, I clocked
Draz,
something was off, and I parked my horse way back so she'd be out of danger.
there was a part of me that really wanted to say Draz was given a pony, but I know with how big he is that he
Little
would need
mini
like a
pony?
straight up like workhorse. So he's on like a
Oh,
Shire,
no.
like one of the massive horses that's just like.
Draft
Would it
horse.
be-
And even
It's
that
so-
one is like, nope, not doing it. Mm-mm.
Would it be
Like as
insulting?
V's like trying to like spur her horse forward. If either of the druids is listening to the horse, it's like, bitch, you thought. Mm-mm.
It's about to do like that over the handlebar thing.
Yeah.
Luna, stop.
While Sorsha is trying to seek comfort in his horse, can I make a roll to see if I understand what was said in my head?
You can. And I will say your horse is actively walking itself forward.
That's fine. Oh no! Okay.
Did not say that my horse wasn't walking itself.
So why is her horse alone going forward, but the rest of the horses said no?
Yeah, tell him the 16 to grab the
16
bridle.
to try to grab the reins. I will say with the 16, you almost grab them right as her horse starts walking forward. You have muted.
I'm going to dismount.
Okay.
Very quickly and hastily tie my horse to the nearest tree.
Okay.
And then I am full on sprinting to go and catch up with Sorsha.
Okay.
You said horses walking. I imagine the walking speed of a horse is slower than the sprinting speed of a tiefling.
Sure.
You're a noble, though, so can you really run?
It means he just Jack Sparrow runs everywhere.
I imagine it's the most awkward run ever because he doesn't run.
I think I just made it canon that Thavir's sprint is now a Jack Sparrow run.
I am very graceful.
Jack Sparrow. You need to stop or you're going
He's like holding up his robes to make sure none of them hit the dirt as he's running. He's just like, no.
I would say normally you would be correct, but with Sorsha, this is a moment when he cares nothing about his clothes. He'll care about them after the fight. After the fight, there will be more grumbling and inferno.
All right. I will say you guys go. You catch up to her about there. And I will say for the rest of you, if you're trying to go, you get about here. And then you find yourselves unable to continue.
What? I don't want to be alone.
Like we physically, even if we get off the horses, we can't go past that. Like,
Yeah.
Okay, so like,
because I would have started running as soon as Thavir started running after her.
I would say all of you have experienced magic enough that you can tell something is keeping you from going forward.
I'm gonna shout for them and like, hey guys, something is off here. We cannot go further forward. Get back here now.
you don't think they're trying.
And Thavir and Sorsha hear none of it.
I am still trying to stop the horse at a full-on sprint.
But we can see it. It's like clear, right? Like,
yeah.
Okay.
You can still see them.
Can Jeremy get through?
No, Jeremy can't get through.
All right. I'm going to tell Jeremy to like go back to the horse.
I will say, if you try to send Jeremy like forward, you see him flying up and you can see that he's like following some kind of like a dome. But you do see him at some point turn around and fly very quickly back to you and then back to your horse. Like, nope.
Am I within 30 feet of them? I mean, it looks about 30-ish.
I don't know.
$30 to me.
And there's no chance I managed to get through. Like, I was right on Thavir's heels.
Nope.
Can I cast Misty Step and land about right here? And try and grab both of them and stop them?
So you try to Misty Step, and it gets you to about here where you kind of feel yourself rematerializing as you do with Misty Step before you end up being pushed over there.
Do I see any like puddles of water that I can use shape water on to kind of like signal to them?
Nope.
That was a waste of a spell slot.
I will say you don't use the spell slot for it.
Oh, sweet.
Because narrative reasons. Because
The magic
narratively,
itself.
you guys are not getting past this shield.
I feel like at this point, Kina's starting to panic and just like hammering on this barrier, like just screaming, trying to get their attention.
So-
like alarm bells are going off in her head.
As Thavir and Sorsha are going, the horse is moving at a very mundane pace. Thavir, you try to stop it.
To see if I could understand what the voice said.
Oh, you're right. Sorry, my bad. So you try. I'm not going to make you roll for it because above game, I have to word this the right way, and I haven't quite word crafted it just right. So you're just going to hear something this session. By next session, I'll have it spelled out. But Thavir, as you are watching your wife on this horse, who is, she is just, trying to draw comfort from this horse, who seems to be moving off of some kind of compulsion, some kind of need to move forward. You are seeing in Sorsha's eyes that usually glow her normal, bright red, right? Reddish, yellowish, like fiery eyes, right?
Yep, fiery eyes.
Yeah. As you see Sorsha kind of get this look of just fear on her face for a moment, you see that her eyes are kind of blinking from like red to green to blue to white to black. And they just kind of are dancing with all these fires. The colors of these flames are just kind of coming off of her eyes as this is happening. What do you do as you see them?
So, two things. One, Sorsha should not be drawing comfort from the horse. If she needs to be carried forward into whatever's going on, she's getting a piggyback ride. So I definitely want to stop this horse. And two, Arcana check.
Go for it.
What am I rolling?
I would guidance you, but I'm a little preoccupied.
Arcana check is a 23.
All right. So,
And to grab the bridle is an 8 bridle. Bridle. Is
Bridle.
An 18 this time.
an 18. I would say, yeah, you can grab it, but the horse doesn't seem to want to fully stop.
Then, whether or not this horse drags me, what do you want me to roll to pull Sorsha off of its back and onto mine?
Give me an athletics check.
Okay. I am being corrected in game and out. Not piggyback princess carry.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's not bad. That's 15.
That's not a
15? All right. Since the horse isn't really working at
Oh, okay.
keeping Sorsha on, you do manage to get her off in the second. Nope, didn't say it that way. You dismount her from the horse. We are not devolving into another Friday night
Nope,
session.
nope.
You remove her from the horse. And the second you do, the horse does stop, and immediately you see it become nervous and start backing away.
I'm just going to soothe it and then whisper to it in Infernal, because I don't know why, that it should go back to the rest of its kin, and I will see it forward from here.
Are you like turning around to like send it back where like you would see us trying to like bang on this barrier and get your guys' attention?
Oh, I'm assuming that I know that you guys would want to be here if you could, but at this point in time, my eyes are solely on Sorsha.
All right, Sorsha, in this moment when you feel yourself being pulled off of the horse and into your husband's arms, do you say anything to him in this moment?
No, I think she's still very hyper focused on trying to figure out what that voice said. And she would maybe fight against him because she wants to keep following where her instincts are leading her to go.
Okay.
I'm walking forward.
So as Thavier is walking forward, Sorsha, you are getting these flashes of these 5 chromatic dragons that you've seen them all, you know them. But you're trying to see like where they would all fit into this same spot. And you're not understanding how 5 dragons that big could fit into the same spot. And then give me a history check with advantage.
Okie dokie. I'm scared. Okay, that's not bad. You said a history check?
Yeah.
That is a dirty 20.
All right. So you can describe Sorsha's feeling as you very much so realize that what you are having in this moment, as this voice is trying to say something to you, is that you are seeing a vision of Tiamat.
Oh.
The best response. Oh! And you're getting this vision of Tiamat, of the evil queen of dragons, of the powerful force that she is. And you almost like feel her power growing. And you get a flash of a view of somebody you haven't seen before that looks a lot like you. Sitting on a throne. Like I said, similar to you, but different in enough ways for you to know it's not you. But you don't recognize this particular Genasi. You've never seen her before. And as that fades, Thavier, you notice that Sorsha's eyes and even her hair now has gone in the moment, replacing the fiery red with this kind of silver glow.
Am I getting anything from my Arcana check at a time?
Your Arcana check, there is something very big and very powerful around you, and I will just say that you just pick it up as this is like a natural magic, like draconic magic, for lack of a better term, because I don't know the school that would be going into it. But
I'm just along for the ride at this point, then.
all right. So you guys keep walking forward.
I mean, he's walking. I'm indisposed at the moment.
Dan, can you move your screen up a little bit? All right. So you guys keep walking forward. Bink.
And we still can't get through the force field, right?
Nope.
All right.
And there are
V's
they
just
far
gonna-
away for us to see.
Say what?
I was,
We see them? Oh, sorry.
gonna say V's just gonna lean up against a rock, I guess. You know, like.
Well, the thing is what you guys would see. I will see if I can just do it this way.
A giant fuck off dragon right in front of them.
Is
There
the
you go.
barrier moving along with them like it's centered on them so we can keep a certain
No, it
distance?
is definitely centered off of this big boy back there. And I
Ah.
would say that what you guys see is the largest dragon that you guys have ever seen. Like, they do not get this large.
At this point, Kina's gonna fucking wild shape into the strongest animal she's got and just start throwing herself against the barrier trying to get through.
Okay.
I mean, Draz has his weapon in his hand and he's looking grim.
The fact that you guys would be willing to fight this thing at your guys' level is amazing.
V honestly is watching this person turn into a bear against a force field. There's just no winning. So V's literally not going to do anything. She's just watching.
Kina knows that deep down, but she's not accepting it. She's like, she's not losing anyone else. She's determined. She's not accepting that she can't get to her people.
I understand, but V finds it pathetic.
Wow.
Can I just say that being this close to this creature, I feel like Sorsha would look at Thevir and maybe like in a dissociated state, just say, "Put me down."
I mean, Tavir would comply.
All right, so you put her down.
Is this dragon sleeping? Is he watching me?
He is sitting in the most regal pose that you have ever seen a dragon have. So much more composed than any dragon you've ever laid your eyes on.
She's going to walk up to him and in Draconic say, "Was I called here for you?"
And you just see it nod.
And she'll sort of tilt her head at him. "May I know your name?"
And he kind of looks at you and he says, "I am the Platinum Dragon, the scale that weighs justice. I am the flame that tempers mercy with truth."
"And what do you want with me exactly? I don't understand."
You stand before me, not because you sought power, but because you carried the weight of it in your very blood.
"I know nothing about my blood, good sir. I know nothing of my parents. I know nothing of my family. I know nothing. So if you wish to tell me and enlighten me, I would appreciate it. But I have a job to do, and I was called here, and I don't understand."
You stand before me because you have chosen compassion when cruelty would be simpler. You have stood firm when fear has whispered that surrender would be easier. In moments unseen by crown or song, you have acted as one worthy of my gaze and worthy of my mark. And as he says that, your rib cage kind of burns, but not in a painful way.
Like in a getting a tattoo kind of way.
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Or a brand.
A power grows that you must be equipped to fight. So upon you, I lay this gift. You will stand as a bulwark against tyranny, a shield for those who cannot raise their own. But hear me well, bearer of my sign. Power without humility becomes domination.
I wish to
Justice without
dominate nobody.
mercy becomes cruelty. Should you forget why you were chosen, your mark and your gift shall grow silent.
She would give him the most noble bow that the Veer has ever taught her. But she wouldn't say anything.
And he just he actively like bows back towards you. Walk the path before you with open eyes and an unburdened heart.
I will. I promise. Can I ask something of you?
Yes, child.
These people I'm with, I don't know them well. I know my husband, and she'll sort of like look at him a little bit and then turn back and bow again. Will I keep them safe? Do you know that? I'm terrified that I'm going to wreck them, and I don't want to. I want to keep them safe. I want to keep them all right. Can you at least tell me that I'll do that? They seem broken, all of them. They seem burdened by things that I don't know about yet, and I maybe never will, but I want to make sure that they stay safe. And given my history, I've been safe, I've been okay, I'm happy, but I want to make sure they're okay. I want to make sure I can be a good enough leader to make sure that whatever happens, they will be okay.
No matter how well you lead them, child, one cannot alter fate. Whether to glory or ruin, you shall lead them down the right path.
Can you explain to me why I'm a chosen one of your... And she'll sort of put her hands on her ribs. I don't understand. I know history, I know things, but this is new, and I am a little bit intimidated by you, if I'm being honest.
As he kind of closes his eyes, make an insight check for me.
That's a 19 plus 7.
Beautiful. You can almost feel him rooting around in your head a little bit before he opens his eyes and looks at you, and he just kind of has this kind of almost empathetic look, as much as a dragon can have.
Right.
And he just says, "There is much that you have forgotten, child. When you entered this world, you were not alone. Much like me, there was another that came with you. As for your mother, fate had cruel plans and took her before her time. So you did not know her. You did not know the one that bears the other mark. But your family has carried our mark for many generations.
So this mark isn't a curse.
Some may view it as so. Curse of power that can corrupt. Of a bloated sense of self that makes one vainglorious in ways. It is all a matter of how you take it. What would you let my mark do to you?
Well, now that let's just sort of tilt her head again at him, and now that I know it's yours, and it's not evil, it's not a curse, it's not something to be abandoned for. I want to use it for good.
It shall not be a curse as long as when the darkness rises, you stand. When hope falters, you endure. And when the light fades, you choose to be a light, a beacon to those around you.
And upon him saying that, Sorsha's body will 100% light up on fire, as if she's the torch guiding somebody in the darkness.
And you swear for a moment that you see a dragon smile. And as you are sitting there burning like a torch, you notice that the light around you just gets brighter and brighter and brighter. Thavier, you are basically blinded by this bright silver light. And as if he was never there, he just kind of fades into the light itself. And as the light kind of fades and everything comes back, in your ear, Sorsha, you just hear, "Go now, Platinum Bound. Lead well, for you are not alone."
I'm just gonna pass out. She's emotionally exhausted. She's gonna do like the dramatic faint.
All right. Dramatic faint.
Roll to catch the dramatic faint.
You can make a dex save with advantage.
19.
All right, you do catch her.
That's a good question. Am I still on fire?
I have fire resistance. I don't care. I'm just going to slowly walk back to the rest of the party, not knowing how I'm going to explain anything that just happened.
Is the barrier still there?
No.
Did it like disappear with the dragon?
Dragon's
Gina's like
gonna run up to them.
running forward, like fully expecting, like, because at first she was fully just like, she probably would have noticed that, okay, no fights breaking out, but also she knows nothing about dragons, and the 2 experiences she's had with them so far have not been good. So she's like full on, like full speed ahead, like running in to like fight something. She doesn't know what's going on. She'll get probably like halfway there and be like, wait a second, the dragon's gone. What the fuck?
Thavir's just going to find a nice, shaded, secluded spot.
I was going to say, with that, the day is kind of starting to fade, so it might be slightly early, but not so much that it would be unwise to make camp if you guys wanted to at that point.
I mean, I'm just going to start pitching Sorsha and Mai's tent. I'm going to start looking for kindling to create a fire. I'm looking for a fresh source of water.
Think.
I will exit Wild Shape, and as he's doing that, like I check over Sorsha to make sure she's okay, and then I go to like, what just happened?
I don't believe that is my tale to tell. And truth be told, I'm not sure I understand anything that happened. I did not speak the language, you see.
Is she okay?
She seems to have taken quite the emotional toll. With any hope, and my hope is that in the morning she shall be right as rain and back to her normal self.
Not that I'm not glad it didn't attack, but from what I've seen of dragons in these lands, they're vicious creatures. Why was there no attack?
Can I roll a history check to see what I would know of dragons and whether or not I could tell a chromatic from a metallurgic dragon?
Go for it.
That would be a natural 20 plus 7, 27.
So for a 27, you would have recognized that, like I said, being the largest dragon you have seen by far. And there's only been 2 in the tales that you have heard that are that big, and that is Bahamut and Tiamat. And seeing as how that thing only had 1 head, you would deduce that that was the Platinum Dragon himself. Which would be a big deal, because while in this planet, or in this world, they are not gods, they are powerful beings. Extremely powerful, apocalyptic powerful beings. And as you are coming to realize that, before you can share it with anybody else, Sorsha, I need you to make a wisdom save for me, please.
All right. I got this. I'm a druid. I got this. Oof. That's a nat 1.
Okay, so with a nat 1, Thavir, as you are carrying her and you feel your hand is like kind of there on her ribs, you feel the spot on her ribs getting very warm. All of you see this just kind of just silver glow under Thavir's hand, kind of like shining through her armor and her clothes and everything. And you see her just kind of open her eyes, and she takes in this deep breath. You see that her eyes are glowing almost pure white as she takes in this big, deep breath. And you guys all swear for a second that you see these kind of platinum-colored dragon wings, these kind of spectral wings just kind of shoot out from her back. And then she just kind of slumps back into his arms and just is back to completely motionless and almost snoring a little bit even.
So is the lore for this homebrew world similar to D&D lore? Metallurgic dragons are inherently good, whether they follow the spectrum from lawful to chaotic, where chromatic tends to be more
In
on
general, yeah. So the metallurgic ones typically err on the side of good. Chromatic typically on the side of bad. With the gem dragons, kind of a toss up.
yeah, it's generally somewhere more around the neutral standpoint.
Yeah.
So Xavier would just turn to the rest of the party, completely ignoring the fact that Sorsha just sprouted effervescent wings.
Only for a
when
moment.
Placed her into the tent. All I can tell you is that typically dragons that follow some sort of metallurgic coloring. You know, you've got your gold, your bronze, your silver, your platinum. They tend to be more good aligned, a little bit more benevolent. So, if you ask me why this dragon did not attack, that has to be my assumption. There's every possibility that this was the platinum dragon Bahamut, the antithesis to the dragon queen Tiamat.
Who are they? Hina has no idea who any of these people are. So she's like hitting like bam, bam, bam. Every time you give her a little bit of lore, she just has like 50 more questions for you.
How many people in this party have seen the show Vikings?
Please go on one of your Talon rants. Explain it to your character, because that would be epic.
I would say, like, as she says, who are they? V, it's almost like when Athelstan says, what is Ragnarok? Like, I've heard in you, and everybody just kind of, like, looks at him like, bruh. Like, so you kind of all just, like, the three of you just would kind of, like, look at her and be like, really? Really? Like,
So, Thavir necessarily wouldn't, considering that Thavir knows a little bit about her background, not a whole lot. And he would just kind of look at her, and I imagine your studies have taken you deeper into nature, and perhaps you haven't run into more of the religious aspects. For lack of a better word, because I wouldn't call them gods per se, Tiamat and Bahamut are as akin to godhood as dragons tend to reach. They are worshipped by dragon cultists. Um, they have entire orders that follow them and follow their will, and each of them serve more or less as pack leaders for their respective types of dragons. If you were, what is a D&D reference to Nazi Germany? Ooh, this is going to piss some of you off. If you were to take the Drow, for example, the Drow were originally elves that lived on the surface world and were taken into the Underdark, and slowly and over time, as the Spider Queen Loth took charge of their race, she converted and corrupted them. As opposed to that, you have your elves that worship Elistre or Eo, who tend to be a little bit more good aligned. They serve in the sunlight and they help out the people next to them. And while they may serve with a little bit of condescension for the races that are shorter lived, I suppose you could make a similar comparison there. Your chromatic dragons are simply a breed of dragon that follow Tiamat and are corrupted and follow in her image, driving death and destruction before them. Whereas your platinum, your metallic dragons that follow Bahamut, they strive to become some form of good in the world. However, my experience with dragons in the past is that the good that they bring to the world tends to follow the idea of the greater good, not necessarily the individual good, if that makes any sense.
It does. Thank you.
I just got this like visual of Xavier sitting here with like a chalkboard, like writing all this stuff out, and Kina just like sitting there like the most eager student, like writing it all down.
Kina's getting out a second murder board.
I was looking to see if I had like prestidigitation, and this is just not how I built Xavier. So like, there's no
It's not like
minor illusion. There's no like any of these
minor illusion.
Don't worry. Can we just say Kina has like a stash of like murder board materials in her bag? Where like,
Sure.
thank you. She's just like
It's
putting
trash.
together a new murder board as you're talking.
So, what are V and Draz doing as Xavier is giving this like college lecture of dragon theology, dragon politics? Like,
Well, V's not exactly happy with the comparison, and let alone the way he's describing it is not nice either. So V's gonna make a point to say it smells a little weird. Like, I don't know if somebody need like she's just gonna make a point that it's
I would say like his description of that.
I understand the description.
It would be kind of like a German hearing the like listening to an explanation of what happened to the Holocaust. Of like, I don't like it, but you're not wrong, and that sucks. Like, but I hear you. I hear you.
Mentioning the drow, Xavier would actually look and acknowledge V, and would just ask, Lothsworn or Salandri?
Neither.
You,
So you have broken from the folds of your clan, of your race. I imagine there is more to the story of which I am aware.
are you full, Drow?
Yeah.
And from a tent, you just hear.
She's just snoring that loud. I love it.
Snoring like a beast.
Yeah, as far as my understanding, both my parents were. That's how I pictured it. And we
So when he would ask which one you were, it's pretty much because all Drow fall into kind of one of the two, and that is either you are Lothsworn, meaning that you still stick to the.
Are you part of the Third Reich, or
Pretty much
are
like
you part of the German insurgency that is trying to break away from the Third Reich?
like you either believe in the supremacy of the Drow and everybody is below you,
oh.
and like you kind of have this contempt for everybody else, or you are trying to make it seem like not all Drow are dicks. We we are trying to be better.
V doesn't really like follow either. Like that was never a thing for her.
And just
Fair
to be
enough.
aware, like that would be very telling to Thavir, as knowledgeable and accomplished of a historian as he is. He would very much understand that that meant that you probably come from a Lothsworn lineage, and somewhere along the ways, one or both of your parents absconded from either the Underdark into the Overworld, or like that would be the picture that he is forming in his mind. Somewhere in your lineage, you were Lothsworn way back when, and you found asylum, or somebody in your lineage found asylum in the Overworld.
Draz is just going to look at her and say, "You're a drow?"
Holy shit! That's just dude. Your response to that just took me to Spaceballs. She doesn't look Druish. All right. So with that, it is 10.
25.
Not sure that is.
Okay. So I am being informed that now that they are out and about, you guys see. Sylvie, why don't you describe what they see? Kind of like is wandering into the camp and goes straight for the tent, which is definitely made out of something flame retardant.
You guys would see a cat with wings, very much owl wings. They are gray and white and very much on fire. And he sort of comes up and he pops up out of nowhere. Who did he spawn next to? Because they have to make a deck save, unfortunately.
I would say probably if we're putting everybody where they would actually be, like upon having this conversation, I would say you guys are more like around this fire. So he would probably pop up right next to Thavier.
All right, then he has to make a deck save. I think. Hold on. Let me check.
Gorgeous.
Wait.
17.
I'm enjoying the art for the Hellcat.
Say what?
The
He's
art,
a Tresium.
the art for the Hellcat's cute.
A 17. Oh, you're good. Yeah, Talon's good. The Veer's good. But you guys would just see this beautiful cat with wings who is all aflame. He's got fire wrapped around him in every way, shape, or form. Just pop up in camp.
Oh, it's not showing his art. Damn it. I wanted it to show his art.
Talon, you're
I
muted.
didn't do it right.
Severe would just kind of look at the fire
There it
kitty.
is.
His name is Molten.
Okay. He will look at Moldy
Thank you.
and just kind of boop him on the nose and then point towards the tent.
Who is that? He is gorgeous.
He is Molty, and I'll let Sorsha describe him more when she wakes up in the morning.
You can see Kina very much wants to like pet the kitty, but like she is refraining because this is not her Tressum. And
That kitty will burn you.
yes,
And you guys just see Multi just kind of makes his way into the tent and climbs into what we are making canon is Sorsha's fireproof sleeping bag. And very loud purrs. Which is significantly better than what my dog does when he comes to sleep, which is just snores.
you should get a boxer. They fart and snore.
Yep. Anywho. All right. So with that, I think this is a good stopping point for the evening. Unless anybody else has anything they want to get out of the way quick before we end.
I don't think so.
All right. So with that, now is typically when I do what's going around the Nexus. So I will say that it is a Nouvra's Worm Friday. So you guys can tune in on Friday to watch that.
Finishing up the one shot
Oh,
started.
we are, which means I should probably write that.
Probably.
Hey, yo!
Yeah,
More
we'll
bad jokes.
we'll pick up Univas's Worm in
Yes.
2 weeks from Friday.
2 weeks from Friday, which means that, yes, you can come in and tune into the second half of what has to be the most unhinged. No, I'm not even going to say unhinged. That thing had no hinges to start with. It is without hinges of any way, like any type whatsoever. That was, yeah, that devolved into nothing but innuendo, and I kind of was here for it, and I loved it, though. But anyway, that is on Friday. Wednesday, you can tune back in. We are picking back up the Threads of War because Danielle is finally ready to go with that.
I'm
So I am
surprised.
very excited to be Helgar again. It was only a couple weeks, but that was long enough that I miss it. I miss him very much.
You guys are gonna finally discover one of the plot devices that I have in store for you, and then depending on how long this fight takes, I have a gift for Mira.
Selkie, I will ask.
Thank you.
Yes, I got you. But Danielle will be joining us on the Fridays from now on too, which is fun. Can't wait to see what her character reacts to with the madness and the little bit of gayness that is Una Ross's worm.
She'll be fine with the gayness, and then just like the complete buffoonery. Like she's gonna be in essence like honestly old enough to be like your aunt, and she's just gonna come in and be like,
Dwarven man thong. What's up?
she's gonna
Anyway.
be done as soon as she meets you guys.
Anyway, so yes, tune in Wednesday for Threads of War. Tune in Friday for the second half of One Shot Wonders, where I still have no idea what's happening even myself, but I got to write a conclusion to this thing. So, hey, it's going to be fun one way or another. What level did I make you guys in that one? I think you guys are like
11?
11? Oh, I totally know what I'm going to do.
Right.
I know. I got you, but I got you. I got a big eye on it. It's going to be good. Anyway, all right. So that's that. And with that, I think we're good to call it a night then. Everybody feel good about that? The kitty says bye-bye. All right. All right. Good night, everybody. We will see you guys on Wednesday. Goodbye.